What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tales from the Barrens. I'm Dustin.
I'm Anna.
Liquid Death.
There he is, baby. Hey, Dustin,
Did
look who's here with us. She's
You.
back, baby.
Yeah.
Uh,
Stepmom.
Dustin, you are just trying to find ways around from calling her mom or mommy. Stop doing that.
Shoo, mommy makes me want to throw up. What?
Stop
No.
doing that.
Grandma.
Granny.
Grandma.
She's
Call
a
me
cool
Granny.
granny.
Grandma's
Call me Granny.
acceptable.
Yeah.
I'll take
Granny's
that.
acceptable. But we are
Side
here.
note, it is fucking pouring out. It just literally started downpouring. So this is
Dude.
perfect for Tales.
That's wild because the same thing happened here. Is our
It's thundering here. Like we're getting it.
I was just thinking the same
Yo.
thing, like it's pouring.
It is loud, bro. Let's
It's
do this.
It's spookier than hell.
Spookier than hell.
But we're here to talk about Tales 39, and I'm gonna say this right from the jump. We walk through our shorts. Okay.
We do.
We tell each other the stories, we get enthralled. That's what gets us excited to talk about short films, and we take those short films right over to the scare scale. What's the scare scale, you asking me? I'll gladly tell you. It stands for story, creature, atmosphere, runtime, and effect. Each letter is a 0 out of 1, which gives us an average of a 0 out of 5 for each short talked about tonight. Right?
Yeah.
So I brought one called Don't Forget to Smile. Anna brought one called Lady Puritan. And Dustin brought one called The Warsh.
Yeah.
Dude, when Brad said that shit and Anna goes, round my parts, that's what they say.
I got tickled.
Oh, Dustin brought one called Wash, which we are super stoked for because it's an alter one, and you know what it didn't do?
Didn't spoil the
Spoil
damn movie.
shit.
It didn't spoil the whole fucking thing, man. But tonight's awesome. I'm really excited because, again, I say this all the time, and we are actually getting pretty good at picking very different vibes
Yeah.
for our short films. But Dustin, would you mind kicking us off tonight for Tales 39
Yeah.
Got it, dude.
with the Warsh?
The Warsh. Yeah, you got it, man. As usual, over the last
Separate the colors in the white Warsh. Don't get them mixed up because that white shirt will turn pink if you wash it with the red one.
Remember when that happened to Homer in The Simpsons?
Mm.
Mhm.
I feel like over the last, I want to say month or even more, I just been kind of picking randomly. I haven't really been really searching for anything. And this one I stumbled upon just because, yes, it was Alter, but I was like, a fucking washing machine? All right, let's go, dude. So we open up with a zoom in of a wall of a bunch of what looks like kids paint, like drawings, like something that Logan would come and give me, like, hey, I made this, Dad. You want to put this on the refrigerator? Sure as hell I will. So we get closer and closer, and then we see it's like a kid and like a bunny. And this is also in a different language, as you guys kind of hinted on earlier, would making fun of the name. So we see that, then we get ported to what looks like a kitchen area. It's very decrepit. It looks like it has not been taken care of for God knows how long. I thought on the counter was like a dead dog, but I think that was just a bunch of dirty rags and whatnot. And then we once again get ported to what I want to say is like the basement, kind of walking down this hallway. There's a door, but like a bloody like handprint on it. You hear some sounds in there of a child saying, "Stop, mom! Stop, mom!" Over and over again. And then we see this woman, who we can presume is the mother, is just sitting there looking at this washer. It's very beat up. It's like put together with duct tape, and beside it we see another, which I would probably presume is like the dryer, but that one's actually like taped closed. You can't open it at all, and it's very dirty, gross. It almost looks like the bottom of like a torture place. Like somebody would take someone down there to
Yeah.
beat them up, like a hostel type thing. So we're seeing her just watch this, and a hand just gets put up on the glass of this washer. There's not a lot of dialogue or things kind of happening. It's just her doing a lot of oh and we hear the hand start breaking the glass, and then we're waiting for the door to open because we keep having these like long shots, right, of what's going to happen with this, and then we finally get pulled back enough where we're looking in front of the mother, and beside is the child, which I think is the daughter. I was reading the description on this. I think it's supposed to be the daughter, just kind of getting up. They make this child look huge. Like, holy fuck, that's a tall kid. And
Mm-hmm.
also the eyes, like there's like a cool little effect where the eyes kind of like get all like yellow and weird, and you're like, oh, what the fuck are we getting into? So the child walks towards the washer, opens it up, and it says, he doesn't like to be in there. Mr. Rabbit does not like to be in there. He needs to be taken out. So we're like, who the fuck is Mr. Rabbit? The fuck? We saw a human hand inside this thing, right? So the daughter opens up the washer and takes out this little dirty, very dirty rabbit, stuffed rabbit, and then turns to the mother, and the mother says, he's not mad at me, right? Like, he's not mad. He's like, no, he actually feels better now. Mr. Rabbit is not mad at you at all. And then I think that's pretty much all that really happens in this short. Like the ending of this kind of blanks because this kind of stops. But that's pretty much like the whole interaction is just like the mother. Oh, and also like the child like grabs like her hand, and we see it's like all like fucked up.
Yeah,
Um,
what does she grab, Dustin?
the hand.
Yeah, but what's missing from her fucking pointer finger?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. The fingernails are gone, my dude. And I think we get like kind
Ugh.
of a little inkling of like that being stuck in
Mhm.
the wood too,
I thought that
which
too. Yeah.
I was like, oh wow. But
Ugh.
we're pretty much as a viewer to be expecting this child to be abusing this mother, right? And then that's what kind of what happens. Like they hold their hands, and then it kind of fades out of them being okay at the end, and then it just cuts to wash.
Whoosh.
This was very interesting. So let's go over to the scare scam story on this. It made me think a lot outside of what I was seeing. Like I'm pulling away from this. It's like you being a parent, especially like a single parent. You want to have everything great for your child, right? But there's always those very hard moments where you need to do something for them, like washing a toy. Like it's very dirty. You got to go wash it, and they just throw the biggest temper tantrum ever. Anna, I know you have probably witnessed that multitude of times,
Oh
like
yeah.
I have. So there's a lot of that thrown into this of struggling to make sure that you're doing the best for your child, but always feeling beaten up by them. Not physically, but like emotionally, and just feeling drained of always wanting to have the best for them, and you put yourself last to always make sure that they're first. So I really liked the message that this was showing, even though it was kind of disgusting in a way, but that's in a way how you feel because you feel so torn down in moments. I mean, that's natural, unfortunately. But the story of this, from what we have seen, I really dug it a lot. So I'm going to give it a one because I feel like the visual storytelling, the little bit of dialogue that we get, I think it's just enough for us to know what's kind of going on here, especially seeing these drawings and feeling how attached the child is to this toy. I dug it a lot. The creature, God, this is the. Oh, did we lose Anna? Let me pause. Let me pause. Three, two, one. All right, now that leads me into the creature, which this was kind of hard for me to pinpoint because even seeing like the thumbnail first, right, it makes you want to think that it's this washing machine is like the creature, but And then you also want to think it's like the child or it's the mom. I think the real creature is, I think like your mental stability. I think is where I'm kind of pulling from this in some kind of weird way. And seeing how like the mom is. So I'm gonna lead with that. I know it's probably like a weird take on it. I'm interested to see what you guys say, but with how strong this is and like the themes that I'm pulling from this, I'm gonna give that a 1 because I feel like they nailed, the thought of being beaten down by such a simple task and the love of your child. So that's gonna be a 1.
What was the story?
Atmosphere. The story was a 1.
Okay.
And then the atmosphere, I kind of dug that too, but I don't know if I'm gonna give it a full 1 because I kind of wanted more and just to kind of see like what else is going on. So I think with the atmosphere, I'm gonna give that a 0.75. Um, and then the runtime, it was like a little over 7 minutes, I want
Seven
to
minutes,
say.
yeah.
Um, I don't think you could pull anything from this or extend it anymore unless we see more of this house, but we don't need that necessarily. So I'm just gonna flat out say that's a 1 as well. Um, and then for the effects, I loved, seeing how decrepit some of the areas of this house looked. I love seeing, like scratches on the floor and presumably a broken nail stuck in there, bloody handprints on the wall. All of the shit they did to these washing machines and duct taping them and everything, and also the effects of like really trying to make this kid look huge, right? And like the eye effects and the practical effects on the hands. I dug it a lot. And also there was some pretty good like audio design in this too. With like the glass breaking, the hand in there. So there's not really much I can dock from that. So that's also going to be a 1, which is going to leave me with a 4.75. I really
Wow, hell yeah.
I dug this and I was not sure of what I was getting myself into as usual. But this one I really, really liked, especially with the amount of thinking I had after watching this.
Hell yeah.
But I'm really curious to go to Anna and see how she was feeling with the whole parental thing that I was saying. See if she caught on to the same thing. So let's go over to you.
I actually did not, oddly enough.
Oh,
I just watched this as a creature feature. I just feel
okay.
like there's more to this. This is like a scene out of a movie, taken out of a movie.
Mhm.
I feel like there's more to this we don't know. So I gave the story a 0.75 because of that. And I'm also the opposite on the creature. So I gave the creature a 0.25 because I don't I think Mr. Bunny is the creature. We just haven't
Okay.
seen him in creature form yet. And then also on the flip side with atmosphere, I gave the atmosphere a 1. Um, well, I mean, you were still 0.75, but you were saying like, I don't know if I can go a 1 on this. But I did like the atmosphere because it is something different in a way because yeah, it's like dark and decrepit, but like you said, it's a washing machine like duct taped. That's fucking weird, man. And not only that, there's
No.
2 of them. So like what happened to the first one? Did he bust out of that one? Um, so I give that a 1. Also, runtime, I agree with you there. I don't think there's much else you can add to it unless you're making it like a 15-minute short and doubling the time and giving us a lot of explanation and actually
Mm,
showing us the creature. So, like I said, this is just like a scene out of a bigger movie. So I gave the runtime a 1. And the effects, um, I do like what little we have, but there is still just a little. So because of that, I gave it a 0.25, and that gives me a 3.25 altogether.
okay.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
okay.
It
I'm
wasn't bad.
surprised you didn't pick up on any of that.
I know, and I feel maybe I need to rewatch it and with that mindset and see if I feel differently. Uh,
Sure.
um, but yeah, I didn't hate it. I just feel like I needed a little more,
Fair
you
enough.
know.
Fair enough.
There's always
But
too much wash.
But one thing I did want to say that I just remembered was that even though this is 7 minutes and some change, and there's not a whole lot that happens, and there's very little dialogue, it zooms by.
Mhm.
Like, it does not drag just because
Mm-mm.
there's a lack of dialogue or any action. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So,
okay.
duh.
Oh,
My turn.
no.
So I viewed this differently than both of you did too, as well. So I'm glad
Oh,
that we all three had different perspectives of the short.
that's
Interesting.
interesting. Where the hell are you coming from?
I looked at possession with this one
Okay.
because
The eyes.
this movie does the same thing that one of my top 5 favorite sequels does in The Conjuring 2.
That's so
Okay.
scary, dude.
Dude, so I'll get to that when I get to it. But my story, I want more. You know, we're not giving too much, so my story is going to be a point 0.5.
Okay.
You know, so my creature, I'm going to go with a point 0.5 as well because what I like about The Conjuring 2 does it better than this movie or the short. And it's when they're in the living room in The Conjuring 2 and they're doing the recording of the little girl sitting with she has like the water in her mouth and she's
Mm.
sitting in the chair back there, and then all of a sudden she morphs into this fucking ghost that's haunting this house,
Mhm.
that's talking. That's what I feel like is possessing this bear creature. Like whatever is possessing that is projecting itself onto the girl, which I've because in this short it's the same deal. You see the mom, but the daughter's out of focus back there, and she looks gangly and monstrous until she stands up next to her. So it's
Mhm.
almost like the reverse effect of the Conjuring 2's scene,
Okay.
which I really like. Atmosphere is a 1. I love the dread in this. The basement it's dingy, like you said. Like this is somewhere you don't want to be too long by yourself.
Gray as fuck too, man.
Yeah. Atmosphere is a 1. Runtime, just like I was gonna point that out, what Anna just said, this 7 minutes flew by.
Mhm.
Its runtime is perfect, but I also agree with Anna that it can't add 2 minutes. It would have to add 7 more minutes to make this story better than it already is. You know, it is a pretty good story still.
Right.
And the effects, I'm gonna give a 1 because, like I said, I really like the out of focus daughter, the gnarly ass hand effects that you have on this mom. With her, one of her nails are missing, the other one's cracked, the other one, like she has like it's like slit up to here, and I thought for 1 second, because the daughter, that's the first thing the daughter reached for. And I'm like, please don't tell me you're about to pull off this woman's other nail. Mm-mm. No, thank you. But my
Well,
effects
I
are
don't intentionally do that to you. Just want to let you know.
I know it's so
sure,
funny. Like, it always happens
sure.
somehow, though. Somewhere it'll pop up,
Mm-hmm.
or a
But
nail.
yeah. But my effects are a 1, which gives me a grand total of a 4
Let's go.
for this short. And Anna, I'm actually surprised in you because
What?
Dustin talked about these drawings, and what were the drawings again, Dustin?
I felt
Of
like
like
Five Nights at
bunnies and
Freddy's.
stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna think of the yellow rabbit being brought up somewhere,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
didn't do it. So what the heck, man?
I failed you.
You,
That gives
I
us a
failed
4.
you.
I didn't want to say I was disappointed in you, Anna, but it did hurt.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
All right.
Anna, would you like to go next, or do you want to save yours for last?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Yes, we get to talk about it.
So, this short was sent to me. Let me look it up real quick, by Justin Streichman. And he is the filmmaker behind Lady Puritan, which is my short that is premiering at the Chattanooga Film Festival tomorrow. And at the time when he emailed me, it's because I was just on the email list, from emailing the director and I guess getting in on the schedule or whatever. So at the time I told him, hey, I actually won't be able to watch your short because I'm just going to be there for Frogman Returns. However, we
Mm-hmm.
have a little segment on my podcast called Tales from the Barrens. and gave him the spiel. And then he said, yes, I would love for y'all to review it on your show. So here we are. And came after the fact that we ended up getting a virtual press pass. So who knows, we might have a couple more from the festival pop up in the coming weeks. But for now, we're going to talk about this short film, and it's about 15 minutes. It's described as a psychological horror shaped by dream logic, experimental psychological horror. And that's, I don't even think that's like peeling back any layers by saying that. Like, this is definitely a short that I am not going to do any justice to describing to anyone, because y'all have seen it. So you know that it's like, it's
Oh, we've
very,
seen it.
it's very visual. It's
It
very,
sure is.
there's not a lot of dialogue, and it's a little on the long side for a short like that. This woman is basically having some kind of ancestral trauma, hence the name Lady Puritan, and she's having these dreams that progressively start to feel more and more like real life. And it's like she's seeing herself in these flashbacks as this ancestor almost, but every time she winds back up in this other, I don't know, this dream world, I guess, it's like she's morphed out of some other figure, and then she's naked again, or like she was a Hulk, and then she de-hulks, now she's naked. Every time she's in the dream world, she's getting chased by her ancestor, and she's naked. And I was like, we've never covered a short on the show with this much nudity in it.
I think with nudity, period. I don't think we've ever done a short.
I think we might have had like a nip slip or
But
like,
I messaged Anna and I was like, Anna,
I said,
titties.
titties in my
Tit-
face in the
in
short.
my face.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I did not realize they were going to be in this short, but here we are. No
There it
shade.
is.
By the
Hey,
way.
and-
We love
hey,
titties.
As I say, there's no discrimination against any titties.
And booty.
And
A lot of
booty.
booty in this too.
And I mean, there's plenty of bush. That's all I'm gonna say.
Plenty.
Yeah.
So, and we do see a scene of her, I guess, talking to a therapist, but it almost felt like this woman was in on something too. I don't know. It felt kind of fishy. I don't really know how I felt by this short.
It almost felt like a spiritualist in a way.
Yeah, it felt like kind of like a reservation, like Native American kind of healer feel in a way.
Yeah, because they even said, grab clothing that reminds you or looks like this person, and
make an altar in your house so that's a safe place for it to be. And then she decorates it real nice with a bunch of flowers, and she's like getting up against it on the wall, almost like she would be like, touching the hands where the hands would be in the dress. And then like eventually in the dream, the last time she's thrust back in there, she is caught by her ancestor, and she at first starts to choke her, but then it kind of gets a little, I was like, are they about to do something? I was like, what is about to happen here?
Anna said, put up that sign when it says slippery when wet.
Yeah. But then the vibe changes real quick. And she starts to attack her again, but then our girl gets the axe that her ancestor's been chasing her with, and hacks her up, and we get the blood on her face. But that's about it. This is a very visual short, and I'm so sorry to the director. I feel like I'm not doing it justice, because it's just one of those, you got to see it, because it's very visual, very much like Hellbender. I would, like we covered a couple weeks back, the same kind of vibe. I was trying to half watch it and listen to it and realize like, no, I can't do that. I have to watch this to really appreciate it. And that's kind of the same vibe with this.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Their documentary is going to be at the film festival too.
Watch it.
I noticed that. I think I can get it virtually, actually.
Watch it.
Or maybe you can meet them.
Are they going to be there?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't-
I'll have to check.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's pretty much the short. So, with that being said, let's go to the scare scale,
The titty scale.
the titty scale. Let's see what size they are.
There we go.
We're children. We're children.
And it goes.
The
And it goes.
story. Set them right here.
Let me hold these in this one. Let me think about this.
And they can
Nice.
they can work in 2 different scenarios too, which I
Which one's
appreciate.
bigger?
The story is a 0.5 because I feel like I like what's going on, but I also need a little more story. Like I appreciate these as an art form, but they're not really something I seek out on the reg. You know what I mean? So I think I need a little more story to rate it higher as far as that's concerned. The creature I'm going to give a 0.252 because it's a lady in a Puritan dress with an axe. And that's not too scary, not to me, because I'm not experiencing the nightmares of it. You know what I mean? So, and pairing that with we don't see her get hacked up, maybe if I saw her death and it was a little more gory, I would have a better rating for that.
Give
But
me the
that's
gore.
I know,
Gore.
but that's not the vibe of this short at all. I'm a degenerate. The atmosphere, I'm going to give a 0.52 because even though I wasn't really scared, I liked the setting of a lot of this and a lot of the places where she was running. So that gets a 0.5. Runtime, I'm going to give a 1-2 just because I feel like that's what I've said all night. Without this runtime, you can't really get out of it what we've gotten out of it. You know what I mean? It could be shorter, but then it's really going to be a what's happening kind of thing. So I give that a 1, and I am going to give the effects a 1 because even though it's not like gore effects, the visual effects and the editing and everything that's happening in this is really wonderful and should be praised, at least as far as that's concerned. So that gives Lady Puritan a 3.25 for me as well, just like Wash.
Nice. Gosh.
Yo.
I want to start with Little D. What do you think?
Oh, all right. Let's go. All right. So what I pulled from this was a battle of wanting to accept your sexuality. And I think since we saw that at the end of the struggle of how you were saying, oh, we might be getting it on, I think that's what was going to happen. But her ancestral instincts or how she was raised, made it so that she couldn't pursue that side of her sexuality.
Damn.
I think that's what I was pulling from this. And yeah, it's very visual. This is an extremely visual short, and it is very hard to explain. But out of everything that I saw, even with her kind of grabbing the clothes on the wall, it all felt very intimate, like very intimate, and even like having a shrine of beautiful flowers and trying to, I don't know, in a way, make things look beautiful and to be herself, but was always pushed back with this nightmare or whatever. So with that, the story for me is going to be a 1. It originally was going to be a 0.75, but I was really thinking through this and being like, I think I get what's going on here. I could be wrong. Could be completely
I
wrong.
like that. I do. I like that.
But that's what I think is happening. And the creature, that's all kind of also goes all like in line with the whole, embracing your sexuality, allowing to be yourself. And I think that was really just generations. I think the generation gap or how you were raised and seeing back to wherever your family began or whatever it may be, pushed you down. I think that's the creature.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I am going to give a 0.75 just because I'm so confused if that's what it should be, or not. But that's what I'm pulling from this. The atmosphere. Oh boy, this is a tough one too because it's like where do you want to put the base on this? Do you want it to be in current day real time, if that even really is current day real time, for being at her house, or in this dreamscape? Because it's a very beautiful shot short. Like the sceneries are amazing, but I think I'm gonna give it a point 0.5 just because the moments where they want it to be intense, it does, but I feel like there's just something missing there for me to want to feel more for our main character, to want to be scared or un feeling uneasy with them. So I just need more on that end. Now the runtime, no, I always say if you're gonna have a 50-minute short, it better be really fucking good. And unfortunately, I think with this one, it's just good. I don't think it's really good. I think with so many questions out there for it being very experimental, and them even admitting that it's very experimental, very made in dreamscape. That's so hard to sell, man. It is so hard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give that a point 0.5 as well. I want it to be more, and I know it could be more if it was a little bit more grounded in some sort of way. But
Grounded's a good word. Yeah.
the effects, I'm gonna give that a 1 just because there's a lot of visual stuff going on here. There's a lot of overlays. There's a lot of setting up these shots. I mean, having someone run around outside like naked for however long that was,
Lots of takes.
that's
Yeah.
that's a lot, setting up the room with all the flowers. There was a lot going on. But I think there was just too much going on. That's gonna leave me with a 3.75.
Hell
What a short.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Duh.
All right. So this short, because of its time setting, reminded me a lot of Fishwife.
I got
Like,
that vibe too. Yeah.
like I really like bicentennial time, like colonial time stuff. Like those time periods are always fascinating. Because we live in a world right now where which movies are doing it now too, which I think is really neat. Like technology of the time is used, and it's cool to think about what technology was used then
Mm,
as well. You know what I mean? So, for
mhm.
my story, I like the idea that we are within this woman's mind because it's a good blend of I would say not a good blend. It's like a 70-30, right? Like 70% in the dreamscape, 30% in reality.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a really good amount because I think if you did like a 50-50, I think it would have taken away from the dream stuff. But the story
Okay.
stuff I really liked, so I like my story is a 1. Creature. I think the creature is this woman's psyche, not so much by the Puritan lady within her dream. It's more or less this woman's mind because there's a scene in this short where she's pouring herself nasty ass whole milk.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the vomiting and stuff.
Dude, that and when she's like she sips on it and then starts fucking seizuring. Like I feel like that's something like that's her psyche taking over because we're hurled right back into that dream state. So my creature's a 1. Atmosphere, I love the scenery in this movie, like the in the short, like the big wide shots of the mountains, of this woman running up. But my favorite one is like at the very beginning, like it's just this huge wide shot of the field, and you see
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm.
Puritan lady like walking by, and then
Mhm.
Yes,
then
that's
she
great.
stops, and I'm like, she stopped long enough for me to be like, is there something wrong with the screener? And
That's what I
then
thought too.
the "Wah!" Look at her, I'm like, oh, that scared me.
Mm-hmm.
It fucking got me good, but I love the atmosphere of this. And then we get the real life stuff, which we're seeing her talk to this therapist, which and I think I'm agreeing with Dustin at that point. I think they're like secret lovers
Oh yeah.
because they're laying down in a bed, they're talking, and she prescribes her something, and she goes, "I'm gonna give you a uh prescription," and we don't ever see what it is, you know. So,
Mm.
my atmosphere is a 1. Now my runtime. This short was just too long. I think there was some stuff that could have been cut out of it for it to still tell the story it needed to tell. But that's going to be my real only ding. So being a 15-minute short, and it could have easily been maybe a 10-minute short, it's going to give me a 0.25 for runtime.
Mm.
And the effects, I talked about the convulsing, I talked about the throw up, I talked about there's a lot of really good digital effects in this, like when she's like transcending.
Mm-hmm.
The sound design's really good in this. My effects are a 1. So
Okay.
that gives me a
Damn.
4.25 for the short.
All right there, dude.
Yeah, man. The short was actually, it was very, what was good was good.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean? So
agree.
but I do like the big swing, I really appreciate. I really do.
It gives us 3.75.
Nice. Well, all right. Are you guys ready to talk about some fucking social media monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, I did. So my short, Don't Forget to Smile, Dustin and I caught at Salem Horror Fest this year.
We did.
And this was one like last year that kind of stuck with me
Mm.
and up until, getting to cover it, So our short opens up on a dark and stormy night,
Mm.
raining. And it moves in on our main girl sitting in bed crying, looking over Instagram, and she finds a picture of her and a friend, and she's sitting there crying, and one can assume what happened, but what does she do while she's mourning? She takes selfies. She takes selfies and posts them on Instagram saying, "I can't believe my friend just died." I'm like,
Selfie.
Because that's what you
so
do.
yeah. And she took like 5 to get the right angle. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with
Get
that
the
shit, dude.
fuck out of here, kid.
Yeah, that kid. All to get a call from her other friend. And her other friend, they're FaceTiming. And she's like, they're consoling each other, like, "How are you holding up? I can't believe this happened. Did they say anything weird to you before they died?" And our main girl's like, "Well, no, this and that." Well, there was one thing. There was one thing. There was this brand new Instagram profile that started following our friend, and she got weirded out and blocked him. All for our friend on the phone to be like, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but a fucking picture leaked."
Dun dun.
Oh my God. And they're like, "Okay, well, I'm going to send it to you and I want you to look at it." And our main girl's like, "No, I'm not fucking looking at this picture. No way." But eventually does. And that picture is what it reminded me of a lot was when, I don't remember who plays goddamn in The Conjuring, the wife,
Vera Farmiga.
her sister,
Thaisa Farmiga.
when they find her in the crawl space in
An
American Horror
American Horror
Story.
Story. Yes, dude.
That is probably the most disturbing thing I've ever seen on TV. Ever.
Really?
Oh, dude, that shit scared the shit out of me when I seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good one.
it's good. But that's what this picture reminds me of, is that
Mm-hmm.
distorted face, sunken in eyes, grayscaled,
Mm.
scarier than hell. She throws her phone down because she's so scared, all to get followed by a profile called "Don't Forget to Smile."
Dun dun dun.
And what does she do? She opens it up to look at it. And we learn that this isn't the first friend that has died. This is actually the second, because there are 2 pictures on this
Mhm.
profile of both of her friends that she goes and checks the follow log, and they're both of them are there, and now she is. All to see a flash in the dining room. And it's not lightning, nor titties.
Tit.
So,
Darn.
So what do white people do in scary movies? They go investigate.
Yeah, there, check it out.
They did.
And I got to go look. But first, she also asks who's there, right?
Who's there?
She's walking down the hallway. There's another flash. And then she walks into the dining room area. When that flash goes off, she hits the light and there's nothing there. Right? So she's like, okay, turns around and leaves, but flips the light off. But then we get the big jump scare of the ghost standing in the dining room.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. Really fucking good. And what happens after this? She gets a message on Instagram from the profile she just blocked. And it is her standing there in the living room or in the dining room. Dustin, give us that pose real quick. Looking
Nailed
wearing,
it.
wearing sweats, wearing a baggy tee, looking comfy.
Big comf.
Big comf. And she's like, what the fuck? As she's looking at that, above her phone, behind it, her bathroom door starts creaking open. She stands there and she looks, and then the flash happens again. She gets up, flash happens, and then she ends up walking out of the bedroom down the hallway again for another flash to happen. And then she gets a message of her backside. And she's like, fuck. And as she's looking at it, the door creaks closed. Next flash happens, and that ghost is right next to her, screaming in her face. We hear a tussle. And we hear another tussle. We hear her screaming. And then it shows her phone open. And the camera pans down right to the phone, and a third image is uploaded of our main girl, deader than hell.
Dead.
D-E-D, dead.
Dead.
And that is the end of Don't Forget to Smile. So I'm going to head to the scare scale. And this short, as we talk about, we always refer to it, and Anna talked about it earlier in the episode. This was ripped right from a movie. This is easily a cold open.
Mm-hmm.
This is, or easily the first kill in the movie. But I love it. I love the fact that there is something that they cannot fight in this. And that's what I really like about ghost movies. Like, sure, a lot of them have like solutions to their curse, or there's something that they can do. But when you have something that just wins, is awesome.
Yeah.
My story's a 1. Creature. I love this ghost, but I hate the fact that the creature in the short isn't that. It is social media. This short, it plays on the fact that the culture we're in right now is they feel it's more important than safety. So it's getting a 0.75. I like the ghost that much though. You know, it's not going to ding it too bad to have the social media outweigh the ghost.
Yeah.
Atmosphere, it's a one place setting. We see her go in her bedroom, we see her go down the stairs, we see her go back to her bedroom. It's eerie. What house do you live in where you don't have at least one light on when you're walking around?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Anna, go get a drink in the middle of the night, see what happens.
Stub your toe.
Yeah. Flip on.
Be a lot on.
How long have you been living in that house?
My whole life.
And how well do you know the floor plan?
I could Matt Murdock that bitch. This
But
bitch.
but you need the light on.
I need the light on.
Because it's scarier than hell, dude.
It's scary.
Yeah, dude. Atmosphere is a 1. Runtime, it's 10 minutes long. It's perfect. It tells me everything. I get the exposition of the friend dying. I get and then I get the explanation why. So the runtime's a 1. And the effects, this ghost looks awesome. It looks so good. The sound design is really good in this one, especially with the dark and stormy night outside too. Like having the rain, it just helps set the mood for how creepy this is going to be. So that's a 1 for me as well. So this short gets a 4.75 from me.
Alrighty then.
Dustin, what do you think of Don't Forget to Smile?
I'm not even gonna run down my scale.
Fuck yeah.
This is a 5. When we saw this at Salem, dude, it was definitely one that I was thinking about a lot too. And weirdly enough, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this movie. It's not like the same concept, but it kind of gave me the same vibes. It's called Bedeviled. It's about like a killer, like a clown that's like in a phone, it's like an app.
Oh no, I
And
don't think I've
people,
heard of that.
you guys should check that out.
That sounds
Um,
interesting.
it's low budget, but it's a fun low budget film, and like people
Sure.
die, things happen. So it kind of gave me a little bit of that vibe. It's completely different, but I really love the weirdly enough the cozy setting of being in your own home and being hunted. So it's like home invasion, but not really because it's a ghost, you know?
Yeah.
So I really dug that because in a way it made me feel like a kid again, being home alone at night. Like no one's there, my dad's working or whatever. And I want to get up in the middle of the night. I'm gonna get something to eat, and it's fucking dark. Gonna walk down the
Yes.
hallway. The light switch is
Mhm.
all the way down there. Like fuck that.
And Dustin, let me ask you this. Isn't it funny? Because I preach to Marley. Like, she'll be like, it's dark. Cause like I'll have a light on, but like on the other end of the house, like the middle will be a little dark. You know what I mean? So she'll
That's
be
where the
like,
boogeyman gets you.
Yeah.
So she'll be like, let me use the light on your phone. And I'll always tell her, honey, this is your house. You are safe here. There's nothing in there that can get you. And then meanwhile, I'm like,
It's like SpongeBob taking trash out at night.
sprinting through the house.
Yep. So fucking funny. But yeah, a lot of memories of that as a kid watching this
Mhm.
short. And all the makeup and all the effects that they used on this was really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And there were a lot of really good ones this year at Salem Horror Fest. But there was only maybe a handful of them that I thought was worthy of a fiver, and this was one of them.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Anna, what did you think of Don't Forget to Smile?
Same. He took my thunder. I was gonna do the same thing. I was like,
Oh,
"It's not a
dang it.
fiver. It's okay.
All right,
It's
rewind.
It's worth it." Yeah, this is a fiver. Because I really enjoyed it and it got me, but it wasn't one that I was like, fuck yeah, that's a 5. It was one of those where I was like doing my scare scale and I was like, oh, that's a 5. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like it didn't like punch me in the face or anything. Well, the jump scare did, but
Yeah, it did.
I feel like maybe like a minute and a half could have been trimmed. Some of the buildup was a smidge long, but it's not enough to ding it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really loved this. And then man, it was good and it was very effective. And the social media part didn't really bother me that much. I like that it played into that. I thought it was cool that the phone was up at the end and we got the camera come down and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's coming. What's she gonna look like? And then when we get her shot, I was like, oh yeah. And it reminded me of The Ring too.
Mhm.
Like how
Okay.
the mouse like that.
Which one?
But yeah, this was definitely a
Screenshot
5.
that.
No, you better fucking not. You know what he told me to do the other day, little D? He told me to clip that fucking Remember the Titans scene with Will Patton that I quoted on that episode, but do a voiceover dub.
she do the ADR for it, so it's the scene, but it's Anna talking.
I was like, should I? He
I
goes,
second
do
that.
it.
You need
And
to
I just
fucking do
never
it.
did.
Oh my
like,
god, dude.
oh goodness. But yeah,
Did-
definitely a 5. This was fun.
Did you watch this with Marley?
No, she's been gaming. I just
think-
and it was like my wind down time after work. So I was like, just need to chill and watch short films, do my thing.
Do you
Yes, I'm
want to
fucking
watch it with
dead.
Marley?
She would probably like it, yeah. I
Yeah.
need to show it to her. I think I will.
And it's gonna
Yeah.
say, see, this is why I don't use social media.
Like this is
Right.
why you use the flashlight on my phone in the house.
Yeah, no, I don't want to give her any bad ideas. Make her even more scared.
You know what? Don't show Marley this. That's fine.
Just start
Yeah.
taking
Get butt.
pictures. Go right outside her.
Dude,
flash on.
she would die.
Yep.
Mama, I can hear her now.
Oh my goodness. But that gives us for this
Tails
short
39.
that gives us a 5 plus 5 plus 4.75 equals divided by 3. That gives us a 4.91 for this short.
Damn.
4.91?
91.
It's probably like a
Dang,
top
dude.
fiver now.
So 4.91 plus 3.75 plus 4 divided by 3 gives us a 4.22 for tonight's Tales.
Tutus.
That's pretty dope.
That's a solid Tales episode.
I have a tutu.
Hell yeah, dude. Taxi style, baby. Dustin, what order would you watch these shorts in for your anthology?
I would start with Anna's, then I'd do mine, and then I'd end it with Don't Forget to Smile.
I second that as well.
Yeah. I watched Anna's first to get it out of the way because it was the longest, but I would watch it in the order I did it. It would be Anna's, then mine, and then yours, Dustin.
Cool.
End it with Wash, end it with like a make me think type of short, like what I wanted from, so fuck yeah, man. That was solid Tales 39. I can't believe we're almost to Tales 40. We're almost to 50 of these episodes.
Damn. That's crazy.
That would be when we get to 50, that'll be almost 150 shorts.
Yeah, because we're sitting at.
We've only had two that are like an odd number that aren't a 3. Like we had.
Well, if you think of, I was about to say, if you think about it, the one we took out of the one recently, Wild Animal, could replace it, and then if we could still do 3 times whatever number we're on.
Then we're at 150.
Works.
Yeah. Yep. So right now, 3 times 39 is 127.
Yeah.
Me don't know how math.
Well, I was aiming at the 50. I was doing 15 plus 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 50. But no, like it's the amount of people we're meeting. Like Anna's getting the opportunity to go to Chattanooga Film Fest, or by the time this comes out, she would have gone. And there might be some people there she meets up with, and we might just make more connections. We did it at Salem, we did it at Horror Hound. Like doing this series is just like revitalized my love for horror. Not that I didn't fall out of love with it, but it's like getting to like, I guess in a term, be a part of it now is just
that's a good way to put it. Yeah, and also just like going to different places, and the connections we've made, and also to like see see other connections from other movies and stuff in short films, like what we've done with Hell House, and also like we saw Amanda Seyfried in that one short film, and just things like that. The Frankenbabe short with the guy from Twin Peaks, just stuff like that is fun too. It's like making connections like that.
Yeah, and the like the fact that like Anna just said, like these big time celebrities are doing like these small time shorts, like
just like you guys hanging out with like driving Michael Berryman. Y'all were like driving Miss Daisy, but with Michael Berryman at fucking Salem. It cracked me up in the best way. It's like, this is hilarious, but so
have not watched that seat.
He's sitting there forever.
Yeah,
I sniff it once a day.
Stuff like that. Oh my goodness.
That's kidding.
But yeah,
it just scare him away. I haven't got to meet him yet.
It's just cool, like thinking about like we are a part of the genre now, like especially with all the connections we've made doing the short film. Not that we weren't making them doing the feature lengths of our regular line episodes, but doing these short films definitely is a breath of fresh air for the week.
Yeah,
it's like we're a part of indie horror now. You know,
it is,
and also like the Wash one, we all 3 had different perspectives on this type of short, and I really like when that happens.
Me too. Yeah. That's the beauty of movies and art, is how many ways you can pull from something. It doesn't always have to be cookie cutter,
Yeah, but all right, Anna, what do we got cooking over on Gimme Back?
Good looking.
Let's see. We're prepping for Month of Action. It's happening. It is fast upon us. Pete and I covered It's Alive this month. And on the main Gimme Back feed was Batteries Not Included. That's what they did. So, and Dustin, what about Be Action?
B action, we have covered Mickey's pick, and that was Excessive Force, which was a fucking banger.
Excessive.
It has Tony Todd in it. It
Oh,
has
R.I.P.
it has Lance Hendrickson in it.
Ooh.
Goat.
It's got, I don't remember the guy's name, but have you guys seen Heavyweights?
Mm-mm.
The
I've heard
Disney
of that.
movie, the Disney movie about Fat Camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy in there. His name's Lars. He's in this movie. It was
Damn.
really good. It was a really good time. Really good time. And then, like Anna said, we're all prepping for Month of Action. We've been pre-recording stuff over there for B Action, just so we all kind of have some breathing room for the month of July with how busy it's going to be everywhere.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And then over on Flicks and Friends, when this comes out, we'll have finished the Paul exploitation month, and we covered Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. There is no Street Fighter 1, the animated movie, so we started with 2. And I will just say, if you guys have Crunchyroll, which
Oh
is a
no, we don't.
well, I will let you know. Are you familiar with Street Fighter at all?
I've seen it. I actually really like the Street Fighter 2 movie.
I haven't seen them. But me and Marley definitely want to go see the new one because we saw the trailer for it. It
Yeah.
looks
That
fucking
one's
good.
famous for that one shower.
There's a particular scene in
Yep.
Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, with a particular character named Chun-Li.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what you sent me a picture of.
I sure did.
Oh
And
yeah.
Anna goes, "Look at them mommy milkers."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got going on. Dustin, what do we got to do to get out of here, man?
As always, thank you to everybody who listens and watches the show, and to the wonderful folks over at Creep O Rama, where 2 out of the 3 of us are rocking a shirt from them today.
Look, just because this is the first time I haven't,
Dude.
and I'm getting called
I
out
know.
for it.
I know, isn't that funny?
I'm just wearing a tank top I've been wearing all day, okay?
That's right.
It's
Anna,
too
which
fucking
one are
hot
you-
down here.
Which one are you wearing?
PG.
All right.
I love the back of Anna's where it's the Warrior's death shirt.
It's so gross and gooey.
I'll give you a Warrior's death.
We need more. We need more PG. But yeah,
Yes.
Creeporama, they are amazing. Always dropping. Always. And you can use our code Barrens10 for 10% off everything, including pre-orders. So make sure that you are at least following them on Instagram. You can sign up for the mailing list. I think even a text list if you go on the website. Just put your little phone number in there. They'll update you when things are coming out, and just use our code. You get 10% off. I think that's absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much to Creeporama and to everybody who's been supporting them. You guys are amazing. And then other than that, if you want to support us further, you can go right over to our Patreon for $2 a month.
$2, Bob.
We can get all of our episodes up to a week early. And like I said, you definitely want to start joining in time for a month of action, because the amount of stuff that's going to be pouring in there, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like Anna and I have been cooking in the background for some new TV stuff that I'm so happy to see where she is and feeling of this said show. And I'm just so excited to talk more about this and for you guys to join in on the conversation. Big Duh will be making an appearance mostly every now and then. I mean, he's busier than anybody.
Yeah, my work schedule sometimes just doesn't allow it.
Yeah, but very excited for that. And if you can't go over there, that's also completely fine, because we're on all the other platforms like
YouTube Music.
YouTube music. Yay.
hell yeah,
Sponsor
and
us, YouTube Music.
Yeah, I know,
Dude,
right?
that would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine having the Barrens playlist on YouTube Music.
Let's go, dude. Front page.
It's like a featured podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
only you can make that happen. I was gonna say only you can prevent wildfires, but only you can make that happen.
And we're cheap too. You ain't gotta pay us a whole bunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just
And it just had $50.
yeah.
A little more than that.
Not that
We'll
cheap.
negotiate in the background. But we're also on plain old YouTube as well, and you guys can watch us there, and you can also watch us on Spotify. I don't know if Apple Podcasts has a video thing on there. I don't really use that, to be honest. But you can also, go over there and make sure if you are listening on the audio side, you are rating us, you are subscribing, liking and commenting is also encouraged on all the platforms. This was a banger episode. I'm so
Agreed.
happy that we are starting to what seems like uncover the better shorts as of late. We've been really getting some gold nuggets lately, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So onward and forward with the tales, and we'll see everybody on the next one.
Later.
Bye.